Now we will discuss the nature and propagation of light. So at the end of this chapter, we will be able to determine what light rays are and how they are related to wavefronts. Also, the laws that govern the reflection and refraction of light, the circumstances under which light is totally reflected at an interface, how to make polarized light out of ordinary light, and lastly, we are going to determine how Huygens principle helps us analyze reflection and refraction. So, by phenomena, we observe, like just for example, the blue lakes, the deserts, the green forests, and the multicolored rainbows can be enjoyed by anyone who has eyes, which will be able to see them. So, but by studying the branch of physics called optics, which deals with the behavior of light and other electromagnetic waves, we can reach a deeper appreciation of the visible world. In other words, because we have the branch of physics called optics, we will be able to appreciate and see the phenomena that integrates the optics topic. So we can reach a deeper appreciation of the visible world. A knowledge of the properties of light allows us to understand the blue color of the skies and the design of the optical devices such as telescopes, microscopes, and others. So basically, the same basic principles of optics also lie at the heart of modern developments such as the laser, the optical fibers, holograms, and others. Now let's jump to the nature of light. So by history, until the time of Isaac Newton in the 16th to 17th century, most scientists thought that ang light daw consists of streams of particles, or simply known as the corpuscles. It means that it emitted light, or it was being emitted by a light sources. Then here comes Galileo and they also tried identifying what light is all about, but eventually they are unsuccessful on the trials. So at around 1665, the evidence of wave properties of light began to be discovered. By the early 19th century, evidence that light is a wave had grown very persuasive. Now, in the person of James Clerk Maxwell, he also predicted the existence of the electromagnetic waves and calculated their speed of propagation as we learn or as we go through in this discussion. This development, along with the experimental work of Heinrich Hertz starting in 1887, showed conclusively that light is indeed an electromagnetic wave. So we will now discuss the two personalities of light. When we talk about the wave particle of light, it is not the whole story, however. It's because several effects associated with emission and absorption of light reveals a particle aspect. In that, the energy carried by light waves is a package in a discrete bandos nga gitawag og photon. So even before, they always they try to identify what light is all about, and then until the time of Isaac Newton, it was being revealed that ang energy daw carried by a light waves is a package or in discrete bundles nga gitawag siya photons or quanta. The propagation of light is best described by a wave model, but understanding emissions and absorptions requires a particle approach. Now we have here terms. Okay, this one. No matter what is the source, electromagnetic radiation travels in vacuum at the same speed. So always remember that regardless of the source or whatever the source is, ang EM waves or ang electromagnetic wave or radiation will always travel at the same speed at a given value of 2.99 times 10 raised to the power of 8 meter per second, or equivalently, we write that or we denote that as 3 times 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. The duration of one speed is defined by the Celsius clock. So 1 meter is defined to be the distance that light travels in 1 over 3 times 10 to the power of 8 meter, or 3 times 10 to the power of 8 seconds. Now let's discuss about the waves, the wavefronts, and the rays. We often use the concept of the wavefront to describe the wave propagation. For example, if we're going to throw a rock on the water, we will see that there has a ripple. So that wave ripple. So it also identifies as the propagation of the water or the energy from one cycle of the wave going to the next cycle of a wave. So that is also defined as a wavefront. We introduced this concept in section 32.2 to describe the leading edge of a wave. So when we drop a pebble into a calm pool, the expanding circles formed by the wave crest, as well as the circle formed by the wave troughs between them. Therefore, there are formation of a wave front. Now, to describe the direction in which light propagates, it is often convenient to present or to represent a light wave by rays rather than by wavefronts. Rays were used to describe light long before its wave nature was firmly established. In a particle theory of light, rays are the paths of the particles. From the wave viewpoint, a ray is an imaginary line along the direction travel of the wave. Now, the next several chapters we're going to discuss later will give you many opportunities to see the interplay of the ray, the wave, and the particle description of light. The branch of optics for which the ray description is adequate is called geometric optics. The branch dealing specifically with the wave behavior is called the physical optics. Again, I'll repeat, when we're talking about the ray description, how are we going to describe the ray, it is under the geometric optics. But if we are talking about the wave behavior, it is under the physical optics. Now let's jump to the reflection and the refraction. So this is very common terms, even in high school it has also discussed the terms reflection and refraction. So in this section, we will use the ray model of light to explore two of the most important aspects of light propagation. So there are two ways how light propagates, through reflection and through refraction. When light wave strikes a smooth surface separating two transparent materials, for example an air in a glass or water in glass, the wave is in general partly reflected and partly refracted. So we talk about partly refracted, in other words, it transmits into the second material, as shown in figure 33.5. This one. Okay, just for example, 33.5. A plane mirror, so therefore plane mirror, therefore dili siya curve. Okay, wala siya angle, but only a plane mirror. A plane mirror is in part reflected and in part refracted at the boundary between two media or two vessels or medium. In this case, ang ilang gigamit kay ang air and then ang glass. The light that reaches the inside of the coffee shop is refracted twice, once entering the glass and once exiting the glass. In letter B, just for example, B and C. How light behaves at the interface between the air outside the coffee shop, material A, and the glass, material B. For the case shown here, materials B has a larger index of refraction than material A, and the angle theta B is smaller than theta A. Okay, let's try to analyze. In this image, we have here a lady outside the coffee shop and the two men having a coffee inside the coffee shop. So, kung nakabantay mo, nasa lang separation dari nga glass. This one. Okay, this is a glass. Now, when a light, okay, nga gikan sa gawas, ang mahitabo, for example, Woman sees reflected images of hat. So naay hat daari class, nakitaan sa woman nga naay reflected image sa hat. So kay naa may glass, when the light comes from the hat, i-travel siya daari class. Pag-igo niya sa glass, sa gibuhat, gi-reflect krapod niya padulong sa iyang mata. Therefore, by concept of the law of reflection, when siya nakitaan nga reflect image of hat, it's just the result of the reflection coming from a hat nga gikan sa gawas. So kay naman sa gawas, therefore ang iyang nakitaan nga image nga hat, literally it comes from the outside, but iyang nakitaan sa glass is a reflection of it. So mao na yang gipasabot. Now the other hand is that man sees a refracted image of hat. We talk about refracted, meaning the opposite of reflected. So nakitaan niya ang hat on its the same orientation. For example, when the light passes, I'll try to delete this one. So ang hat nagikan sa outside, this one ni travel sa glass, pag-abot sa glass ni refract rapod siya, meaning ni refract ni transmit. Some lights were reflected, some lights refract, ni sulod sa light sa glass. Pag sulod, therefore ang nakitaan sa tawo nga image or nga hat is the refracted image. Ano gani? Because the hat comes from outside of the glass or from the air, and then when he sees it from the inside of the coffee shop, given that it has a barrier of glass, so ang nahitabo, ang katong light from the hat nga gikan sa gawas going through pasulod sa coffee shop kay refracted light, refracted light ang iyang naabot siyang mata, which also creates a refracted image of hat. So mao na ang pasabot sa law of refraction and reflection. Now try to observe ingon daari, for the case shown here, okay, for example this one, the wave in the outside air and glass represented by rays. For example, we have here incident ray. When we talk about incident ray, the source of light, the source of ray. Now, gikan daari, pag-abot ni dari class, ni travel sa daari. This is air. Air pa niya outside, air pa na. Pag-abot na niya part dari class, this is a glass. So, when an incident ray hits the portion of the glass, sa iyang ibuhat, iyahang i-reflect. So, tara iyang reflection. Same goes dari. Pag-abot niya from air, or iyang reflect mo, po niya iyahang reflected ray. Same with the other ray of light. Pag-ingon, iyan na po nang gi-reflect. Iyan na po gi-reflect. Now, sir, unsa na itabuan ng mga araw karon nga naa sa sulod sa glass? Okay. Kung natay gitawag nga reflected rays, these are the rays nga only bounce back from the incident ray, wala siya ni sulod sa, wala siya ni refract, meaning wala siya ni transmit sa glass, ni bounce back lang siya. Those are reflected rays. From the word reflect, reflected. On the opposite side, we have refracted rays. Those are the rays nga from the incident ray, ni transmit yun sila going to the other material na glass. Now, try to observe. Kung ang incident ray o ang reflected ray, pareha na silang angle dari class. Kana, ang incident ray padulong sa glass, although ni-transmit siya, pero nausab ang iyang speed, nahinay or nagkaroon variation ang iyang speed. Kaya nagkaroon mag-variation ang iyang speed, try to observe ang iyahad ng ray kay somewhat wala na siya nag the same angle. Di ba expected kung walay glass, ang may tabo na dapat kay ano dapat ang iyang dagan sa kuan sa ray of light. Sorry, yapon. But tungod kinaagi man siya og another material or type of material in the form of glass, ang nahitabo glass is that mas slow down ang speed sa light or sa ray of light because it transmit to the other form of material from air to glass. And always remember nga different materials have different of index of refraction, meaning lahi-lahi ang refraction angle or index of refraction sa variety of materials. So pag-abot na dari class, ni-action siya og deflect gamay ang imong light, ray of light, kaning color violet. Same concept with letter C. The separation or the representation, simplified to show just one set of ray. For example, mo nang ibasabot class nga naka-incident ray, pagkaman angle of incident ray A, angle of refracted ray, same na silang angle. Pag-abot na sa glass, ang iyang angle karon na siya variation in terms of sa na-create nga travel of the light. So I hope it understood. In general, kung laylahig material ang giagian sa imong light, given na gyud nga mausab ang speed sa light, kay laylahig sa og index of refraction. So manang naagi variation ang pag-travel sa light in different materials. Unless kung vacuum ang giagian, purely vacuum, meaning walay air, dili gyud mausab ang speed, which is 3 times 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. But as to the different materials ang giagian sa light, mausab ang speed kay tungod kay naa siya different nga index of refraction. Okay? Now let's discuss this one. There are two types of reflection. The first one is the specular reflection and the next is the diffuse reflection. When we talk about the specular reflection, so reflection at a definite angle from a very smooth surface. So muna yung timailhan. It is a reflection at a different angle from a very smooth surface. Ang tawag na specular reflection. But to talk about the diffuse reflection, it's more on from the Latin word for mirror. Scattered reflection from a rough surface called diffuse reflection. To simplify, mag-vary ang duha based sa ilang surface of the material na gigamit. So, kung smooth ang surface, it will create a specular reflection. But if ang surface kay rough, it also creates a diffuse reflection. Now, this is what I am trying to discuss earlier, the index of refraction. The index of refraction of an optical material is also called as the refractive index, denoted by N. Plays a central role in geometric optics. So, what does it mean again by geometric optics? It talks about the wave. So, ito talks about the wave description. But we talk about physical, is the wave behavior. Now, it has a formula of N, where index of refraction is equal to C over V. C stands for the speed of light. The speed of light. Then V stands for the, what is V stands for? V stands for the velocity of the light. Now later we will try to solve problems of the reflection and the refraction problems. So light always travels more slowly in a material than in vacuum. So take note, mas hinay mo travel ang light in a given material compared to a vacuum. So muna tayo to imagine, magamit kang flashlight. kung imo lang i-point ang flashlight sa open field, it will really travel, okay, at a constant speed. However, kung imo na siyang blockan ang light, like imong i-try o block ang imong kamot sa light, so ang light, if ever nga naman gani mo transmit, or not if ever naman mo transmit, mahitabo is that it will delay the speed of light. So that's the concern of the index of refraction. So for vacuum, this is constant. We always have the index of 1.